more people, higher population density, more money in the system, very scarce supply of land. And, as I said previously, all activity happens on land.
All right. And here we have it. Marcus Mitchell of Shire Capital Management here with us today to talk about, well, let's just jump right in.
The sector we focus on, the horticulture or fruit sector, it's way less than 1%, right? So the Fraser Valley has around 300,000 acres total of farmable land, the Okanagan, 25,000 acres total. And that's where I think two-thirds of fruit production in this country occurs in those two valleys in BC. And our thesis around this was the scarcity of those assets and the products that they can produce, in our view, provide a different coefficient relative to the factors that drive land values than pretty much anywhere else because of that constraint. So you have this constrained area that produces these specialty crops, and the Fraser Valley obviously contains Vancouver and its suburbs. So you have about 3 million people occupying this valley and growing. It's one of the faster growing regions in the country. Um, you probably know, like a lot of Canadian GDP is driven through immigration. So population density increases tend to happen quite quickly there. And, the way the Canadian economy is set up, a lot of GDP growth helps fund our entitlement programs. So that tends to mean quite a lot of printing of money. So you have monetary expansion in the country as well. So our thesis is what's driven land values over time, and we suspect will be pretty durable, is more people, higher population density, more money in the system, very scarce supply of land. And, as I said previously, all activity happens on land, right? As far as I'm aware.
And
So
also, people have to eat too,
people,
right? Like,
that's right.
like just the idea, like to simplify it, I love the way you explained it. I also just have this idea running through my brain that like I don't foresee a time in which people are not going to eat blueberries or apples or cherries.
Yeah, it turns out they're pretty good for you. I mean, it's
Yeah.
it's true, 100% true. And I think what's happening demographically is you're starting to see a greater awareness around health and nutrition, greater interest in eating more nutrient dense foods for sure. One of the things we kind of took a step back and just thought about is like you can't really produce these products anywhere. The attributes have to be just right, and demand is increasing, population is increasing globally, but the areas that you can do a good job of this remain the same. So
And that's
long
because
term,
this is due to like weather conditions, positioning, soil, all these different things that you can't necessarily duplicate anywhere else, right?
exactly right. So these tender fruits, they need a clement climate to be productive. And so it's not just about can you grow some fruit. It's like, can you grow enough to be economically viable? How's the quality? Are you close to markets? There's a lot of factors that go into it. Um, the Fraser Valley is probably the original commercialized area for blueberries because it has a slightly acidic soil. And that's really where the commercial blueberry industry, the high bush blueberry industry really took off. It was the largest subnational producer of blueberries in the world for a long period of time.